Hello, hello. Sorry, I've never done this from my phone on StreamYard, so I was a bit confused once I got into it because they apparently don't have an app yet, so I'm having to go through my browser. I hope the connection is good. Um, Anybody can hear me. I don't know if we'll have many people come in. I know it is late, but I was just kind of wanting to have um, a quick chat and show um, kind of what I'm working on, what I've been doing, which I just pulled stitches out. Not meaning to. Hello, hello, everybody. Yes, here I am. Sorry, guys. I was trying to figure out how to get it started. Good evening, JB. Hi, Tennille, Lisa, and Sam. Hello, hello. Um, it has been a day. I I worked the earlier part of the day, and then after dinner, which we always eat early here, um, I ended up going into a neighboring town because nothing is in my town. So I have to go actually across the state line if I do want to do very much at all. But I needed to pick up a few things at Walmart and do some stuff. So I went and I decided while I was out and about, making a hat for your daughter and working. That's awesome. Hello, Caroline. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, everybody. But yeah, while I was out, I decided to stop by the Verizon store. Um, and it's a satellite store. It's one of those like they carry Verizon, but it's not like a corporate Verizon store. Um, we did our last upgrades through them, and they did okay. They honor the same deals that Verizon corporate has and stuff, but they do charge you like an added in-store fee there for like um, setting things up and stuff. So it's not the greatest, but I stopped by there and I was checking things on the plan. I did make a plan change, so that was a thing. But while I was there, they talked me into trying out the Verizon internet because my home internet provider, even though the speed is fine, anytime there's a problem or whatever, it's just a circus and a half trying to get anything done. But they talked me into trying out the Verizon internet, right? And it's great. They even waived their store fee thing for it. And there's like a 30-day tested out period. So I brought it back home, and I had to go to Walmart and everything after that. So that was a whole nother ordeal. But I I brought it home and I got it all set up, and I connected it, and it was all good. Hello, hello, Jerry. How are you? If I've missed anybody, oh, hello, Dawn. Hi. Let's see. Let me look up and see. I don't want to miss anybody. Hello, Maritza. Jennifer, welcome in. Grammy Wendy. Sunny Coast Boy. Welcome, welcome. Cyan, Melissa, welcome. I like how Dawn acted surprised that Jerry was here. Like, she wouldn't know that. Dawn, you're silly. But hello, welcome in, everybody. Oh, yeah, but my story. I got the Verizon Internet box home, and I plugged it in, I set it up, and got it all working and running, and I did an internet speed test. It's supposed to have speeds up to 1 gig, right? So that's pretty decent. I got it home, and I did the speed test on it, and I was getting 5 megabits. 5. 5. That's horrible. Like my really crummy internet that I hate having, I get like 250 to 300. So I'll be taking that Verizon internet box back. I'm sure it's great for some people. I've heard some people have great success with it and stuff, but not here. 5 megabits is not going to do me any good for anything at all. So anyway, that was a bust. So I spent 2 hours in that Verizon store for no reason, just to have to take it back. Oh look, guys, I got. Where's the camera? I got new set of hooks in today. Um, set of prims. They were a gift from a very kind subscriber who thought that I would enjoy them, and they're right. I do enjoy them. They're very nice, very comfortable to hold. I just wanted to mention that I was excited about that, and it's ergonomic. These are some of the first ergonomics that I've enjoyed, and even though it's tapered, um, and I'm typically an inline hook user, I enjoy this as an ergonomic. Because I keep wanting to go that way, but the camera's over here. I enjoy these because instead of having that hard stop handle here, it doesn't stop my yarn. It has plenty of clearance room there, so I'm quite enjoying these. Um, yeah, with the Verizon internet stuff, I don't know how the customer service is with that. I don't know if it's separate from like the Verizon like cell service customer service. Luckily, we've not had to interact with their customer service a whole lot over the time we've had their service. Um, a handful of times, really. Usually, only whenever we have to do like upgrades or something like that. Um, Keep my internet at 300 Mbps, even streaming at 1080p. Hello, everybody. Hello, welcome in. Welcome in. Sorry, on my phone it's small, so if I miss you, I do apologize. I'm not intending to miss you. I'm trying to keep up with it, but when it slides by, I only get to see like a couple little chats at a time. But welcome in, everybody. I'm so glad you're here and listen to my silly, rambly Verizon internet story. I'm currently working on my bag. I have made a decent amount of progress recently. I'm taking a little bit of a break from recording my tutorial on my project, and I'm working on this bag because I'd like to get the bag done so that I can at least have one finished object this week. That would be ideal. Oh, and I did buy. I don't have it in here. I'm in my living room. Um, Whoa, I'm glad you just got home. Hope you're able to relax and have a nice evening. And thank you for coming in and spending some time with me. That's really awesome. Um, with this, I bought while I was at Walmart earlier. I took I didn't take this with me, but I took the other little bag that I had made. That's the same color combo. I took it with me to Walmart, and I tested fabrics to see what I liked as far as a match for a liner, because this bag will very much have to have a liner. It's going to be a drawstring bag, and but I have to have a liner because it's got. Uh, I did virus stitches to make the corners on the bottom, so it would where's the camera? It would not really hold much, so it has to have a liner. But I did find a nice fabric that I'm really happy with, that I'll be able to stitch a liner in there. I made it. I'm glad you made it. That's awesome. I'm so excited that everybody's here. You guys are so amazing coming in here, even though it's late, and spending some time with me on my phone here. Usually I do my streams from my computer desk, but my partner was on a video game call in there, and he gets a little rambunctious and noisy. So I figured I'd come out here and just chat with you guys and talk a bit about my day. But more importantly, I want to know how your guys' day was. Did you enjoy your day? Was it a busy day? Did you get to relax? Anything fun? This yarn that I'm using for this bag is Malabrigo Rios. So it is a worsted weight. And the color here, this is the colorway Frank Ochre. And that's pretty accurate, I think, from what I can see on my phone screen, at least on my screen. That looks pretty accurate. It may be a little bit richer. And at certain times, against certain colors, it almost has a mild, like a greenish tint to it. But then other times, it's like just like I'd say like a dirty gold. So it's an interesting colorway. But the pinkish mingled color here is the Diana colorway from Malabrigo in the Rios. So yeah, that is the colors for that and the yarn. Uh, That's a nice bag. Thank you, thank you. Cool. I'm yarn shopping because I want to make that bag like the stitch definition from what I can tell. It, you know, I really enjoy this yarn. I I talk about Malabrigo all the time, and I know some people, they don't like the higher end yarns just because I understand, like, expensive is expensive, and things are the way they are, and I wouldn't have the amount of it I have if it wasn't for a very kind gesture from the lady at the yarn shop that I did the video tour and stuff on. She extended me a little gift card that I was able to put my money with and get some more of this yarn. That's my absolute favorite. But it does have really, really nice stitch definition, and I'm having a lot of fun with just testing out different stitches for me, and it helps me do this kind of free form because it helps me learn stitches, and I'm always looking online, both not only on YouTube but on Facebook and all this stuff because I'm in several crochet pages now, and um, like fan groups and stuff for different people, and people post like stitch patterns and things all the time. So I'm always seeing something new that I really am excited to use in a project. So it kind of lets me test it out whenever I do things freeform, and it's just kind of my favorite way to crochet because it keeps me like mentally invested and like thinking the whole time I'm working a current row. The whole time I'm just thinking about, ooh, what stitch can I work in? Like what multiple will work with this? So lets me have a lot of fun with that. I have a local yarn shop that sells it and offers 15% off for birthday munch, which is mine. Oh, that's awesome. That's really nice of that shop to do that. 15% is a pretty good discount, especially for just a locally owned yarn shop. So um, that's really awesome. My yarn shop, my the one that I've done the video stuff on and everything, they've been having a 20% off on Malabrigo. I don't know how much longer that will last, and they were also having 20% off on Noro. So that's really nice on Noro for those who do enjoy that. Hello, Christy. Hello, hello. Sorry, I'm trying to look back and catch. I'm having to scroll a little bit because I know I missed some stuff. I want to ask you, I have a notions bag. Would I be able to crochet on it? I think I've seen people do that, and I don't want to give you a wrong answer here. I'm still a very, very new crocheter. I have been crocheting for, I guess, maybe a little over 2 months now at this point. So it's not been very long for me. So I don't want to tell you wrong, but I believe so because I was watching. I can't remember who it was, but I was watching a video of theirs earlier. It was a very nice lady, and she was talking about she was actually doing freeform crochet. So like the really really ornate, like the bags with like the big weird like abstract flowers or the waving things where she puts all the pieces that she crochets together onto a bag. And she had several bags where she was talking about because they had zippers and they had all the stuff. And she was like, I did not make these bags. She said, I just crocheted over these bags. So there is a way. I don't know exactly how that process works. It's kind of an exciting prospect though, because that's a lot simpler than having to like sew up a liner, work in a zipper. If you're going to do zippers, like all that stuff can get very tedious. So if you just find a way and you can crochet over or attach your crochet to an existing bag, then you don't have to worry with any of that. You just so that's a thought I'm definitely going to check into for myself. Because even though I can sew, if I could just not do that, that would be all the better. Little Knit says Malabrigo on sale right now. How much on sale, Tennille? Let's see. Bud's pantomime wrap. I've heard of a couple people working on that recently. I'll have to look into that because I really like shawls and wraps. Making it for my brother's girlfriend. First time working with a 2-weight yarn. Ooh, yeah, I've never worked with sport weights, but I should. I do have I have some sock weight mini skeins, but I didn't get those to use them. I bought them because, and I actually started working on it earlier because when I went to Walmart, I bought the dowel rod. And what I'm doing is I've made these little things that attach on the wall, and then I run a dowel rod through it, and I loop the end of the mini hank onto it, and I'm going to get more and more and add it and do like a mini hank art installation with just like maybe multiple rows of mini hanks. That'll take me a while because I don't want to just go and buy all the hanks to do that at one time. So just over time, as like I go to a yarn shop, or if I order yarn from somebody or whatever, like whenever I get those, I will add those in to my dowel rods, and I want to have like a multi-level mini hank display. I think that would be really, really pretty. Is that the yarn barn? Because some of those too. Depends on the bag. I haven't done it, but I have seen people add crochet to bags and what. Yeah, and like I said, I just saw that lady on YouTube this morning. Actually, I think it was. I watched for a few minutes before I had to go and work, and that's when I saw that. So I thought that was a really interesting idea. Whoop, turning my camera, trying to scroll and moving the camera. Let's see. I crochet over bags. It's easier. I would think it is. So I'm gonna have to like look up some YouTube tutorials and stuff on exactly how you do that, because I think I would like to do that as well. Do it. It's an interesting way to do a bag. Whoop! It jumped. I watched someone crochet around a key today. Oh wow! Just give me an idea. Something had a ring. Something you can just add to it. Yeah. Let's see. Hello, everybody. Sorry, I'm probably behind in the chat. No, well, I'm not anymore because it jumped. So I don't know how much I did, but it just instantly jumped to the bottom. I'm crocheting for 60 years, but in the old days, a thread, a tablecloth. I'm thinking a 2/8 would be the same. Going to do a bod. I would. It may be that the old thread for the tablecloths may have been clothed, because I remember my great grandmother and grandmother having some of those like doily style tablecloths that go over the whole table, and I would almost think that might be more of a one weight, but I wouldn't quote me on that. Again, I'm new and I'm not an expert, but I feel like I remember it being like very delicate and so pretty. I would love to get into that, but I don't know if my hands would let me do it. My wrists and stuff are really bad. Is Emma's yarn minis for $6.75. I was actually surprised at some of the really pretty decent prices on the mini hanks. I know that at the yarn shop that I talk about all the time, Patty has her own label hand dyed minis for $5 a piece, and I was really surprised at that. I figured they would be more, because I've seen mini hanks online, like where they're for sale at other places, and they're usually like between 8 and 10 a piece. So whenever I saw that hers were 5, I was really surprised. So I bought 5 of them to get me started. I think that's called number 10 crochet thread. Oh yeah, see, I forget about the thread stuff, and I see it when I go to the store, like and I'm like, the first time I saw it, I thought that it was for like needlepoint, and I don't remember who it was. I think it was my grandmother. I came home and I was telling her about the stuff, and I think it was during the video where I did the Walmart walkthrough, and in the video was some of that 10 weight or whatever thread, and whenever the video went by, because I showed my grandmother, and she talked about that being for crochet and not for like needlepoint. I mean, I guess you could use it for whatever you wanted, but and I didn't know. I just thought it was for like the embroidery or whatever. I wondered why it was sitting like under the crochet and knitting needles, like the crochet hooks and knitting needles, and then it was like a shelf there that had that. And I'm like, that's an odd place to put that. But no, it makes sense now. Yes, guys, it would mean a lot. The thumbs, they're free, and they make the world go round here in the YouTube streets. So thank you very much. That would be awesome. Have you seen Tangled Poets Pickle Jar Kit? Lots of minis, decent price. I have looked at some of the Tangled Poets stuff. That's is that Aberdeen's? Is that on Aberdeen's? I think it is. I may be misremembering, but I believe so. I've looked at some of their Tangled Poets, like Hanks, but I'll have to look at the pickle jar kits because I'm all about a deal. So the better the deal, the more I have to have it. I've been waiting for Patty to get more of her yarn dyed up. I like her yarn too. Yeah. Last time I was in there, which was. I was there last week. Yeah. Last Thursday, I was in, and we had quite a bit of talk. And she was walking around the store with me, and she was kind of making a list of like what she needed to restock. And she was talking about how she had to get some dyeing done on some new colorways and things to replace because they got hit really hard during Quilt Week. They were super busy, so she sold a ton of stuff, and she's working on getting all that replaced. So I'm hoping that by the next time I make it into town, she's got like a bunch of new hand dyeds done. Let's see. Yes, Aberdeen. Okay. I started my first pineapple table. That's something I want to do. Not tablecloth, but I want to work with pineapple stitch on something. So I don't know if it'll be like a summer cover up or a top of some kind. But I really want to work with the pineapple stitch because I've been seeing it everywhere and it's beautiful. And I'm so excited to work on it, but I have so many projects on my list. Finished it when I turned 16 and still have it. Oh, that's really awesome. 60 years old, still primo. Oops. Okay, my phone just did something really weird. I think it's good. Yeah, I was in on Saturday. I bought a bunch. She mentioned the same thing. I just love that. And any of you that are here listening and you've not seen my videos on Tuscan Rose Yarn Shop in Paducah, Kentucky, I have 2 videos on it now. The first one is, I can't remember the title of the video, but it's something like My Day Out and Yarn Haul or something like that. And then the other one is the image for it is like an art installation. It's like a modern sculpted statue, and I can't remember the name of that video. But both of those show a bit of that yarn store, and they have a website, and you can go on there and look at the stuff that they have. If you're interested in her personal hand-dyed stuff that is seen in the videos a bit, that is not on her website, and you have to contact the store about the hand-dyeds. I do have plans on going and trying to take some still pictures. I have a couple requests from some people that want like big still pictures so that they could like go and circle the things and be able to send that to Patty to see if those yarns are still available so that they can order those. But if you guys have not went and seen those videos and went and checked out, thank you, Dawn, for finding that video and posting it. I could not remember the name of the video, but go and look at that video and see what that yarn store is like. It's absolutely gorgeous. And the lady who owns it, her name is Patty, and she is a super amazing, very kind woman. And I love her so much. I just met her a couple weeks ago now, and she is just so quickly becoming a friend. And I'd like to do some like tours, and I will do some driving and like show some other area yarn shops and things like that. there's not a whole lot around me, so I'll have to drive a little bit to do those. So they'd be like whole big day out journeys. Um, so I will be doing that. But I love Patty to death, and her store is just incredible, guys. So go and check her out, and just take a look around her website. I mean, it never hurts to just do some window shopping, even if you're not looking to buy yarn right now. You never know what you might find, and I know that she would be thrilled with the business, and I would be thrilled sending you there. I'm. She doesn't like. She gifted me for what I did initially, but I'm not partnered with her. I don't receive anything from it other than just now helping a friend support their business. And I think that's great. And so many of you have went and supported her and ordered, and, I shown her love on that. And I like, that is just awesome. And I thank you guys so much for that. You never cease to amaze me, and you're just all so awesome. But yeah, if you haven't, go check her out. She's got a really beautiful store there, and her prices are really, really good too. So let's see. Let's look at the chat here. If you up the yarn size for a pineapple tablecloth, it would be a pineapple bedspread. Ooh, that would be pretty. That'd be really pretty. Just like a nice, like a duvet cover style, where it's just light and kind of airy. Yeah, I think that would be really, really pretty. That's a big project, though. I would love to stay, but my eyes are heavy. Looking forward to more content from you soon. Thank you, JB. You have a wonderful night. Rest well. And thank you for coming in. That was very nice of you to do that. It's very kind of all of you to be here with me. I just, I the whole time I'm sitting there, and like I watch videos on YouTube, and it's just like spending time with family that you just love spending time with, because everybody also has some family that they maybe don't enjoy spending time with, but you guys are very much the good family that you want to spend time with. And so when there's not a live going on, or there's not something like that, I just sit there and I think about it the whole time I'm stitching. I'm like, oh, I wish somebody was live, or I wish, because I really am enjoying the interaction and talking with all of you and getting to know everybody. Just for future reference for you, you can call me Amber, but JB. Okay, I will do my best to remember that. The old noggin is not so great at remembering names, but I will try. Yes, yes. I prefer to be here than with my family. Well, that's true. I feel you on that one. Um, I won't go into too much detail, but I definitely feel you on that one. Um, Outside of those that reside in my home, yes. Oh, goodness. You're a night owl. I'm a night owl as well. Not as much now as I was. I used to be up until like 5 a.m. every morning, and then I would sleep until later in the day. Now I typically try to be asleep by at least 3. I know that's not a huge difference, but it is a little bit better. And I'm usually up by 9:30 or 10 in the morning, and I get my day rolling and started. So it's doing better, doing better. Not sleep until 2 or after anymore. I have a lot I have to do now in my daytime. So got 3 kids, so not much of a night owl. Yeah, and that's understandable. I know how that goes, and I'm about to get an extra crash course on that. What with getting custody of my cousin's little boy and stuff. That'll be an interesting life adventure. I mean, it won't be a big shift. He already lives in my home. My grandmother has had custody of him for a number of years now. She's had him. He's 11. She's had him since he was 18 months, and but my grandmother's health is not great. She's had stroke activity and things like that. It's difficult for her to eat and to talk and get her point across now and things like that. So we're just making those changes and those adjustments to um, uh, make sure all of the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted. Dawn Aaron, I just saw you pop up. I have not got your email sent out yet, but I promise I'm going to email you back. I no more than finished that conversation where I told you I was going to do that, and it was dinner time. I ate, and then I went into town, and I've just been back home like for probably half an hour before I actually started this live. So we'll get to it. I'm glad I saw you pop up though, because that put that little brainworm back in my head. But yes, I will message you back on that. Happy to create one, so usually I do a live or custom orders. Oh, yeah. I think that would be really fun if you had a website where you like everybody could go on and see. I mean, it would constantly be out of stock, Dawn, because everybody loves your stuff so much that they would just buy it all right away. So I mean, like you'd constantly be having to update your stuff, which is good. I mean, business is good. That's not a bad thing. Donna, how do I see what yarns you have? Yeah, see, everybody wants some Dawn Aaron yarn. It's beautiful stuff. You do a great job with that. It's just everyone, even if it's not colors I typically would go for, it's still like, wow, like you find a way to make colors that aren't even on my favorite list look incredible. So it's a real talent. But I think you have that knack for just having artistic talent all around. I mean, all the little things that you've done and all the hobbies and craft stuff that you're capable of doing, it's all just really, really beautiful. Thank you. Have a good night. Yes, yes. Hello, everyone. Hello, Jill. Madison Ray. I don't think I had seen you, so I'm going to mention hello, hello. Welcome in. Thank you for being here with me in my living room. I can show you guys a little spin tour. I'll try to do it smoothly. Ignore this cabinet. I've annihilated. Usually that is the cabinet where I keep soaps for the household. So like whenever when I make soaps and it's things that everybody that lives here or my mom's partner or whatever, they know that they can come and take soaps out of this cabinet. But I have not even had a chance to fully restock this because I've been doing so many orders for other stuff. Our little TV area, getting over towards the formal dining room section beyond the couch. Coming back around here to me. I don't know. Little rotational tour of my house. Pardon if you notice the ladder leaning up against the wall over there. We're doing some home improvement projects here, and I think a lot more for me to create in that way. Still a vision of how it should look. Well, I think that's the important part is you possess that knack for the vision, and you can really tell how passionate you are about making things match that vision and image that you have in your head. Oh, thank you. We have put a lot of work into this house. Construction began on the original structure home in early 1910, and it was finished, I believe, in the first part of 1911. And when we purchased it, we've had it for not too awful far from going on the 6th year. And we have continually put money into it. It has been a project of love. It was a really funny little thing with it. Whenever we went to, we looked at houses, we looked at properties everywhere. We went to Arkansas, we went to Virginia, West Virginia, North Carolina, we looked in Tennessee, and we ended up finding the place here that we're in now. When we came and looked at it, we told the realtor, we'll take it. And she was like, oh, well, let me go get the offer paperwork. What were you thinking on an offer? And we were like, no. Because the price was ridiculous, like super, super incredible price. Like, I won't say the number, but it was stupid low. So we told her, we were like, no, we'll just take it and see if the seller would be interested in a short sale, because it was part of an estate, and the gentleman's son was the one that was handling it, and he was a doctor out of Chicago, so he didn't really want to mess with it, and so he was all for the short sale. And so uh, we got the house, and when we went to the signing, somehow a rumor had gotten out or something, some weird little thing through this like small town grapevine, and they asked us. They said, "Well, what channel are you with?" And my mother and I stopped, and we looked at each other, and we're like, "What do you mean, what channel?" And they were like, "Well, you're with one of like those home like improvement repair shows, right?" And we were like, "No, we're going to live in it." Like, so we don't know where that came from. It was just like a random thing. So we just thought that was super funny. Like, it's like, no, we're just people. We're just gonna live in it. Like, um, but it's been fun and interesting. And the only reason we've been able to put the work in it that we have is because of the price that we got it for. So it's been a blessing in that regard. Um, it's pretty good size, but along with big old houses come big old house problems. um, so yeah, um, I don't know. I'm just kind of. I guess I was a little bored and wanted to talk to my friends, so did this here tonight. Haven't really accomplished much stitching, have I? I've not really crocheted anything while I'm sitting here, but love Sparkly too. What was Sparkly? I've got the 1930s house in Texas. I spent money on it until the day I moved back to California after 10 years. It's still not finished. Yeah, this one is not done, and we've been working on it since we bought it, so I know how that goes. DK or Spark. Oh, about the yarn. Yes. And I'm typically not a big fan of the sparkle yarn. Um, I like how it looks worked up into things, but I don't know. I've never tried it. I've not worked it up myself, so I don't know how it is to work on it. But I may love it if I tried it. I know it's beautiful. The ones that Dawn Aaron showed that she had dyed up and were finished, because she did, I believe, the one raven feather colorway that she did was done up in the sparkle, and it was very, very pretty. I'll be here all night. Well, maybe till 3 a.m. Well, I won't be live till that time. I don't think. But I am super excited that you guys are here with me while I am live. I bought brand new, never again. And we've done that. Well, not bought brand new, but whenever I was younger, when I was in middle school, my parents, back when they were still together before the divorce and stuff, they because we owned a construction company at that time, and so my parents built their own custom home. They did all the design stuff and everything, and we weren't even in it that long. It was just it's a lot, building a thing, and then I don't know, but things are much better in life now. We're by no means well off. We struggle just like everybody else, but we work for what we have, and we appreciate it, and so that's important. Always be appreciative of what you have in life, because there's always somebody out there having a harder time than you, and so I always try to be thankful for everything, and that's a little important thing. I didn't learn that until I was considerably older, but yeah. Let's see, what's the chat doing? Boop, 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 boop. Oh, Mishi. Hey, Mishi, how are you? Your soap order went out today with everybody's. I'm finally getting caught up on that. I received so many orders and so many things all at once, like that I have sent out so many boxes of soap. I just sent out another 8 orders this morning, and I think I'm down to 2 custom orders that are remaining that I'm waiting on to do. And then I'll be able to start working on making um, stock again so that I can post and do like community page post or something and show like what is available for people if they do wish to request more of my soap products. So yeah, I actually have some things that I'll be able to post to a community post. If not tonight, then tomorrow. But tomorrow I'm working outside in the yard, I think, the first part of the day, so we'll see how that goes. Soap, yes, soap. So much soap. All the soap I've made. A lot of soap the last couple weeks. Way more than normal. But I thank you guys for that. That's been incredible. And supporting me in that is just yet another display of kindness that I did not expect, but I'm very, very appreciative and thankful for. It means a lot. But yeah, so what time is it even? I don't know. I can't see it on my phone, so I guess it means that the time doesn't matter, right? Oh, thank you, Mishi. I don't know about that, but I'll take the compliment. This episode fantastic, love it. Oh, thank you. Um, I try, and I really try to make it as natural, and I use no chemical additives. The process is as natural source, responsible, high quality as I can possibly make it, and still have it make sense. Because I have the ingredients where I can make bars of soap that if I did them with all of those things in them, it would be something where I would have to charge $10 or $15 a bar, and nobody's gonna pay that. I wouldn't. So I try to keep it level, keep it reasonable, keep it where it's available. If people would like to support it, it is at a price point where I try to keep that a thing, and that's hard in today's world because so many of those ingredients, inflation is a thing. But I do what I can, and thank you guys for that. That's really nice. I make all kinds of soaps. I started out with cold process, uh, but now I predominantly work in hot process. But I will start getting back into cold process because I would like to do a little bit more playing with colors and things like that because everybody loves the eye catchy soaps. And I'm just going to be honest, hot process is not an eye catchy soap. It's a great soap, and it's a super wonderful way to get fast soap that doesn't have to cure for 4 to 6 weeks. Um, the difference in the two, if for those that are curious, I saw you ask there. Cold process soap. Um, the beginning of the process, like mixing it, all the stuff is almost the same. Cold process typically has a little less water content in like when you start the mix. Um, but with cold process, you mix it up and get everything in it that goes in it, and then you pour it into molds while it is still most of the time very liquidy, or at least more almost like a room temperature Cool Whip. You don't want it to really be thicker than that. You can if you want to try to do like formations on the top and stuff, but most of the time you pour it in and it's still very fluid, semi-fluid, and then you let it sit in those molds. Usually overnight is enough. Sometimes you have to wait 24 or 36 hours depending to unmold it. But then once you take it out of the molds and you cut it, those bars of soap have to sit and cure for 4 to 6 weeks. If you don't, the saponification process and the deactivation of the lye is not completed, and it can irritate your skin. So it has to sit for that amount of time just to complete its process. With the hot process soap, you mix it up, you get it into the mold, and as soon as it sets enough, usually you can do it between 6 and 8 hours later. You can unmold it, and then um, I uh, Ray, Tina, I don't know that my mother has washed it yet, but I will ask her. I'm not 100% on that, so not sure. But hot process, um, like you mix it up, you put it in the mold, and you can remove it from the mold between 6 and 8 hours later because it's plenty set up enough to do, and then you can cut it, and you can use it right away. You could technically use it at the point where you pour it into the mold because the spawnification process is completely cooked. The chemical process is done. So it's soap, it's safe, no possible lye reaction. It is, and so it's a more friendly way of soap making if you have children in the home, if you have animals in the home that could get into your soap, because say you have a dog or something and you make up a bunch of soap that smells really nice, a lot of it smells yummy, and you have a dog that may get into it and eats part of a bar of soap. If they eat part of a bar of soap that is a hot process, it's just harmless soap. Like, it's not advisable. I wouldn't feed it to my dog, but if that happened, it's just much better and safer all around. So I do enjoy the hot process, not only because I can mix it up and have soap ready for people that much quicker, but just because there is a child in the house and we do have small dogs and stuff. So I just try to do everything the safest way possible. Um, and so yeah, but with my soaps, the kind of soaps I can do goat's milk soap, I can do camel milk, I can do. I have a vegan soap that I make with almond milk, which is a really interesting process. I've got lavender, peppermint, and baby powder bars, and I've got just all kinds. It's basically, if you could think of it as a soap or seen it as a soap, I can make that soap. Um, yeah, the hot process is really fun, um, and it doesn't take that long. And I have a video showing the process, and you can. When my cat was a kitten, she would jump on the sink and lick soap. Yeah, see, and that's the thing with the hot process soap. Like, even if before you get it cut out of the mold, if your animal gets up and licks it, or happens to fall off in the floor and they get to it, it's fine. It's a harmless soap. There's no chemicals in it that's going to make them really sick. There's no lye reaction that's going to cause any issues. So it's just really, it's just safer if you have that. Now, if you have a workshop somewhere or a separate room locked off, or you don't have animals or children in the house, cold process soap, because it does have to sit and cure for so long, if you have a space that you can do that, you can make beautiful soaps. Cold process keeps color better. It really holds fragrance better if you're going to use fragrance oils and stuff. I don't use a whole lot of that. I will sometimes use essential oils and things for fragrance. I don't like a lot of the perfumed oils because it's an artificial fragrance most of the time, so I don't really care for that. And Tennille, yes, I do have a really nice oatmeal soap recipe. I do not currently have any oatmeal soap available. I believe Mishi wiped me out on my oatmeal bars. Yeah, and Mishi, actually, the oatmeal soap that you're getting is a very nice one. It's the sugared oatmeal and honey, and it has a lot of really beneficial oils and things in it that I think will be really nice. Yeah. So I have bad allergies and skin issues. Yeah, and that's I do as well. I have very sensitive skin, um, like colognes and stuff. I cannot put them on my skin. Um, I am able to very lightly spray it if I'm going to wear it, like on my clothes, and then put them on. but I cannot spray it where it gets on my skin because my skin will get really red and irritated. So yeah, I know how that goes. It's really, it makes it tough too. Um, what's the best for really sensitive skin? Um, Honestly, the best for really sensitive skin, I'm going to say, are probably the ones that you would use for like a baby. So something like Castile soap, where it's just pure olive oil, um, because it's going to be really moisturizing. Um, the pure olive oil soap bars do take a little more time to harden. So even in hot process. So if I make olive oil, like pure olive oil bars in hot process, I do have to add a number of days to the time that it takes for them to be ready for shipping, just because the bars are softer at the beginning. And until they have a chance to sit and sort of let some of that extra moisture wick away from them, they're really too soft for travel. Um, but once they do have those few days, it's just like any other bar soap, and it hardens nicely, and it's super delicate. Um, you can make it with no essential oils. You can have it be just an olive oil soap, and that's going to be the most delicate soap you could use. So if you have sensitivities to like tons of things, and you want like the option that's going to like no possible reaction, unless you're like allergic to olive oil, which I've not encountered yet. It probably exists out there, but that is probably going to be the most delicate and easiest one for your skin to deal with, because most people in the soap making trade, um, if they offer a like a baby bar, like bars for babies, it will be pure olive oil soaps. And if it's not pure olive oil, it probably has an oil in it with the like maybe like a sweet almond, something like that, but it won't have like coconut oil, because coconut oil is harsher, and it's what helps the soap strip away excess oils and like the dirt and stuff. But hubby has dry skin. Suggestions? Yeah. Um, Soaps that are higher in a moisturizing content. So things, you'll want to look for soaps that have like cocos and shea butters, um, lower amounts of coconut oil, because, like I said, coconut oil can be very drying, because it wicks oils away. So probably a bar that would be heavier on olive oil as a primary oil, and then it's going to have um, uh, like some form of a butter. So like if mango butter, shea butter, cocoa butter, you do all of those if you wanted, and anything you have that's going to just really add um, like a moisturizing attribute to your soap, and stay away from the things that are going to be harsher and more drying. Um, is that like Nablus soap? Unsure. I would have to look that up. Hello, Sherry Knowles. Hello, hello, hello. Um, or do I have to say baby soap instead of? No, you don't have to say baby soap. You can uh, just an olive oil soap. Um, but if you do go to a shop somewhere, most soap shops that are like that make custom small batch natural soaps, they're going to have an olive oil bar, um, just because it is really nice, and people buy it for, like I said, their babies, or if they have super sensitive skin issues and things like that. So most soap makers will have. Um, uh, oh, I just got my email back for going into the drawing jar for Hooker versus Hooker. I submitted my name to maybe be drawn out to participate in that. So that's exciting. Definitely need some of the goat's milk soap. Yeah, I have goat's milk soap made now. It is it's a hot process goat's milk soap with lavender and peppermint powder. So it is lavender and peppermint with goat's milk. Crazy artisanal soap, Irish Spring. I can't use that. And I also can't use anything Old Spice, which is sad because I really, really love the smell of Old Spice, but I just can't use the products. I found that out through their deodorant and chemical burns. So, hello, Sugar Diamond. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Yeah, Mishi, if you're interested in that goat's milk soap, just email me and let me know how many bars. I have enough for now if you email me quick. I actually just made that and got it cut night before last. So it is there and it's ready. It can be shipped. If I'd have known before I shipped your other box out, we could have done that all in one foul swoop. Oh, bye, Lisa. Bye bye. Thank you for coming in. Oh, there's Mishi's email. I just got a notification. Okay, I'll message you back. That would do it for sure. The fragrance can mess with some people. My mom lives on ivory, and I could not do it. Ivory is, I feel like it can be a very drying soap. I have not used a bar of ivory in years. The last time I think it was at my grandparents' house back before my grandfather passed away. I tried a bar of ivory, and my skin felt so dry. Not a fan. I don't use store-bought soaps anymore anyway. I think it'd be silly of me to do that with the soap that I make. I just use the soap that I make. But let's see. What did I miss? I feel like I missed something. Oh, I told him he should let me know when he got some goat's milk. All I ever buy. Oh yeah, definitely. I do have. There you go. I got an email from Sherry. Looky there. So yeah, I will message both of you back on that, and we will get that squared away. However, that will work out. So yeah, awesome. Okay, we'll definitely make that work. Not a problem. And I just started last night because so many creative people on here give me so many ideas of being creative. Good afternoon, Catherine. Welcome in. Welcome in. It's not afternoon for me. It's it's pretty late here, but I felt like a lizard after using it. Yeah, it's very oil stripping. But what was I thinking? Oh, about the creative people and ideas that they gave me last night because I went to the Dollar Tree and Dollar General and I bought some things. They had some like colored print cardstock and stuff, and I have a ton of stickers, like tons of them. So I started playing around last night with like I bought glue and I have the colorful cardstock and I have little solid colored thank you notes. So I started playing around with like making my own little cards. So I think I'm gonna make up some cards and be able to use those like little. And they're not super fancy. I'm not super gifted with like the paper arts or anything like, but I just thought that would be a cute idea to like put those into those soap orders. I usually I put cards in anyway, but now I'm gonna like fancy them up a little bit and um but yeah, so you guys, you always just for me with your support. And like I also have soap wise right now. I have some vegan almond milk bars up for grabs as well. So anybody that would maybe be interested in trying out the vegan soaps, a vegan milk soap. Most soaps, most handmade soaps that don't have milk in them are vegan. Um, but these are a milk soap that's vegan because I use almond milk in it. Um, it is an itchy soap, and it's because it has a very high moisture and oil wicking uh, attribute to it. It pulls all the natural oils out of your skin, so it leaves your skin tighter and dry, and that's just it's fine if you ivory soap, since it is so stripping like that. It's good if you are somebody who, if you work outside and you get like your hands get stained up, or you're working on a vehicle or something, you can use that and it will kind of help pull some of that hold on. Yeah, if you are interested in the soap stuff, just shoot me an email. um okay, Mishi. um uh Let's see, did I miss anything else? Oh, there it is. Do you make an olive oil soap unscented? I was recently diagnosed with psoriasis. I had a horrible time finding soap that won't make it angry. The olive oil sounds perfect. It would, yeah. And that's, yeah, I can make that. I will send me an email about that. The email Zoila posted there. Just shoot me an email and kind of remind me, and I will put you on my list because I don't have any at the moment, and I'm currently waiting on my lye to come in. I thought I had a whole nother multi pack of my lye, but I didn't. I guess I just dreamed that it existed, so I've had to order more. But as soon as that does come in, I'll be able to make up, because I do have a couple orders that are waiting, and I can easily mix up that unscented olive oil soap. It wouldn't take much time. And like I said, with that, once I do get my lye in and get that made, I will have that will be something that will take a few days from its making for me to be able to ship, because I do need to let the bars harden a bit more, because it is a very moisture rich soap. So um, let's see. Well, sweetheart, if you want to do any bingo game in your screen, I'll write a grab bag. People seem to like them. Well, that was very nice. I just volunteered. We won't talk about lava soap. I used to be an auto restoration mechanic. Nitrile gloves to work on cars. Now no more oil on the skin. Yeah. Lava soap is very handy, very nice for what it's meant to do, but it is also very, very, very harsh on your skin and hands as well. I just I cringe every time I think of somebody using that. It is very unkind. I believe ivory soap is so popular because it floats in water. Yeah, it's like, oh, I can't lose my bar. It's floating. Can't do anything with harsh fragrances to it. Yeah, same. We had lava soap in the print studio way back when. Rough. Yeah, it is not fun. Let's see. JT, maybe we can get into an arrangement soap for handmade stitch markers. You can always add a stitch marker to a bar soap. Yeah, I'm always up for trades and supporting everybody, and I really enjoy the idea of um, in exchanging of goods and using those things, like whether it's crochet makes, whether it's yarn that's dyed, if people make stitch markers, like custom made hooks, cards, whatever it is that this community makes, because we all make so many beautiful things. I think it would be such a really, really cool thing to like share those around, and then keep spreading it by including, say, like if somebody orders, if you're a yarn dyer and somebody orders some of your yarn, include some stitch markers that somebody else had made, or include um, like a mixed media art card that was made from someone else, or a bar of soap from somebody over here, or if somebody does candles, just nice little things that make this whole little YouTube art community here that we have just feed into each other and just keep the love going around. I think that would be really nice. Yeah, I mean, Sherry, you're right. Crochet soap dish, crochet washcloth. I actually have. That's what I use now. Our crocheted washcloths. I made up some washcloths from peaches and concrete. It works well enough for a washcloth, but I will probably make up some new ones with maybe a slightly softer cotton option. Speaking of cotton, I was at Walmart earlier, and I went down the yarn aisle because I go down the yarn aisle every time I go to Walmart now. But I went down there, and they had the it was Mainstays, but it was the Mainstays 100% cotton skeins there, and they had not had that before. Like, and you could tell that they had just stocked it because it was like all the little sections were like full, like so. And I felt it, and it was actually a really soft cotton. Like, I was very surprised at the softness of it. So I almost bought some, but I didn't. I was like, no, 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 no. You're already buying other things, so no need to buy the cotton yarn right now. You're gonna hold a hoagie. By the time you go home. Good night, White Star. Thanks for coming by. To Neil, it's all good. All of it was delivered. Oh, awesome. Oh yeah, I saw your post earlier. You posted a thing, right? A thing about everything came in. Hope everybody is ready or something like that. I love yarn unboxings. It's so fun. I'm crocheting soap savers for the soap I have from you. Oh, awesome. Oh yeah, you did get some of my soap. You won my the prize number 2 from my giveaway that I did. Have you tried it yet? I'm interested to know how it was. The last place I bought soap from was a farm, and they sent me 4 ounces of goat's milk soap hand lotion. I've had so many people ask me if I do lotions or I do shampoos or beard oils. And you would think, since I have a beard, right, that I would do beard oils, but I have not ever jumped into that end of the soapy and care product pool. I should look into it though, because I hear that like beard oils and stuff are actually pretty easy to mix up. Do crosses out of plastic canvas. Oh, cool. Hello all, I just discovered this late live. Yes, I know it is late, and thank you so much everybody who are sitting in here and spending time with me this evening. You guys are awesome as always, so supportive. Walmart never had any good yarn. Both my closest Walmarts have okay yarn. And I say okay yarn because they carry mandala, and I use a lot of mandala, so that works for me. And but they also do carry like puzzle, and if you're into the Bernat stuff, they've got whole bunches of that. I don't use Bernat. I don't have anything against it. I just don't use big yarn. I predominantly use DK unless I'm working with Malabrigo Rios, which is a 4, which is a worsted weight, but it almost isn't a worsted. It's I have some here. It is, but I mean it is. I feel like it's a light 4 at best. Like it's not a DK, but close. Oh, okay, awesome. Yeah, if I'm here, I would love to have you come back. It's awesome. Peaches and concrete. That's a good one. Well, it's kind of rough. I could never, and I know a lot of people use it for a lot of things, and the price point is fine. It's good enough. I wouldn't want to make a wearable out of it, but it'd be great if you're using it to make bags, or like I have it for washcloths, something like that. If you wanted to do like what are those things called that you put under like hot pans? I can't remember what those are called. Um, Hello, Brandon. Hello, hello. Welcome in. It's always time to buy yarn. Well, I had other things in the cart, and yarn wasn't on my list, especially just a cotton yarn that I don't have like a project lined up for right now. I'm lying. I did buy yarn. I did. Oh my god, I just forgot. I bought yarn. It just wasn't the cotton yarn. I bought more of the mandala ombre in the serene colorway that I'm using for the project. Um, and because I massively undershot the amount of yardage I was going to need for the project, and so I did buy more. I completely forgot that I bought yarn at all in this trip. That's not a good sign. But I did. I did buy yarn. Cotton yarn is pretty good. I'm using them right now. Yeah, if it was that mainstay stuff, that was really soft. It was very nice. Um, I want to make some washcloths, but I wasn't sure what brand of cotton to use. Um, Really, for washcloths, you can use the peaches and cream. You can, or what's the other one? It's not peaches and cream. Uh, was that sugar and something or something and sugar? I can't remember. It's from a different store, but those work well enough for washcloths for sure. Um, yeah, I've noticed that cyan with the a lot of them have the acrylic, or I've also seen I don't remember where it was I saw it. I saw a cotton. It may have been online, but it had a polyester in it, and I'm like, like I'm not a big polyester fan, um, just because it is um, a questionable acrylic chemical made fabric. I'm being nice with it. I'm not a polyester fan. I love Mainstays Cotton, and I love their anti-pilling acrylic. Yeah, their anti-pilling is super soft. It is very nice squish factor on that. It is very nice yarn. Yeah, yeah, very nice. Of course, I'm trying to. I love it. Awesome. Thank you. I'm so glad that you enjoy it. Um, and no matter how many times that, I have people buy soap and stuff, I always like to hear back and make sure that they enjoyed what it was that they got. Um, and I've never had anybody yet be like, "No, I hated it." Like everybody has given me good reviews and good feedback on it. It's just that thing of like, whenever you make something, you're forever like worried or curious. Like you just you know, and you have that fear of like, "Oh no, what if they didn't like it?" Um, Don brought some awesome washcloths to Texas. I was impressed. Sans Dylan. Hello, Joseph. Hello, hello, Allie. Welcome in. I'm probably way behind in chat. I don't know how far behind I am in chat, but sugar and cream. Okay, so sugar and cream. I was like sugar and something. I have used Premier just cotton, and I want to try the KC cotton. Yeah, I need to try more cottons. I need to try more yarn fiber. Period. So I'm so new. I've tried very limited yarns. I may even take baths twice a day so I can use them more often. Thank you. That's really sweet. Please explain French milled soap process. I wish I could, um, but I'm by no means an expert on that. Um, I wish that I could explain it. I believe that isn't French milled. Isn't that the ones where they make the really hard, like compacted pressed bars? I could be wrong, but I think that's the case. I think they have special presses, and they're like super dense. So that's I could be I could be having it mixed up in my head, but I'm pretty sure if you've ever had a bar of soap, and I don't know why you would do this. Nobody cuts into their soap, but if you ever have a bar of soap and you like cut into that bar of soap, and it kind of, instead of cutting into it, it almost powders and turns into like little geometric shapes and is just really compacted and super dense. I believe that that's French milled, but I may have that mixed up in my head with another process. Um, so don't super quote me on that. I don't want to tell you wrong, but I don't know the exact process for how that is done. Make a dishcloth with the rice stitch. Oh yeah, I could do that. I just recently found an admiration for rice stitch, and I did the little tutorial video showing how to do it. I agree about peaches and cream. Is mandala good? I love mandala. Sorry, it's allergy season. My nose has been crazy all day, probably because I went out and about, and they were trying to work in the fields today before some more rain came. But mandala is what most of, like, if you look back at my original videos, the projects that I've done, all of my shawls are all made with mandala. Mandala bonus bundles in Meowth, and then I've also worked with just regular mandala in the colorway Groot. And the project that I'm working on right now on recording the crochet along stuff, that is mandala ombre. I will say that this, for softness, if you want a really soft squish factor, like a nice squish factor on your mandala, the mandala ombre and the mandala baby and the sparkle one are all really soft. Now your standard mandalas in the colorways like Groot and Warlock, and those ones that are just your standard mandalas, they're fine. There's nothing wrong with them. I feel like they tend to be a little bit larger yarn. I think they're all rated the same. I'm unsure of that, but I think they are. But they definitely have a difference in feel, and they're not as soft as those ones that I listed. So just go to your not all Walmarts, but most Walmarts, if they have any yarn section at all, will have mandala. And I will also say, it's hard to beat Walmart's mandala prices. Even the websites that you can go to when they're having big sales, most of the time, even that sale price is not as good or in the ballpark of the same area as Walmart's regular price on mandala. So always check there. Maybe don't do Walmart online. I don't know what their pricings for it are there, but I know sometimes they're different than in store. But anytime I've seen mandala in store, the price runs like, for some of the types, it's like, I want to say it's like $5.50, and then the other ones are like $5.79 or something. So it's really decent prices on those. Okay, good night. Oh, good night, Mishi. You're probably already gone, but good night. Thank you for being here. Thank everybody for being here. Oh my goodness, you guys, I love you all so much. 67 people watching me, and I've been here this long, and it's so late. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are awesome. I'm looking, knitting a puzzle right now. Oh, really cool. I've not ever worked with puzzle, but I do enjoy some of the puzzle colorways a lot. I don't know the colorway names off the top of my head, but there's one that's like brown that I really, really enjoy, that one. And then there's like one of the blues that I really enjoy as well. Walmart used to have twice as much yarn as they have now. Yeah, a lot of Walmarts are really cutting that section back. I think because so many people now are ordering online, that I think the in-store volume of yarn purchasing has went down. And, Walmart's stock of things they keep very much ride the waves of like what people are into at the time. And I think a lot of Walmart's boosted up the yarn availability because during the big C, so many people picked up the hobby and were buying it, and you know, doing all that stuff. So they tried to monopolize on having as much as possible in the store. But now that's kind of calmed down, so they're trying to like bring in new like flux wave items and stuff. You know, standard retail gobbledygook. Let's see. Ask and Ray, it feels like you're in a spa, right? Not trivet. Yes, trivets. Wow. I just got to the point in the chat. We're talking about that. I am so behind. But yes, thank you for that. So let me try to catch up a little bit here. I've been lurking and crocheting a bod summer vest with sugar wheel cotton. Very interested in the unscented olive oil soap for my son who has plaque psoriasis, over 50% of his skin. He also has Downs. Wow. Yeah, feel free, send me an email on that, and I can definitely get you put down there because I'll be making unscented olive oil soap coming up anyway with the interest and stuff that I've had. So just let me know what you're looking for, how much you're interested in. I can tell you that it will probably be $5 a bar. But we can work all that out. Just email me, and we can figure all that out. Let's see. Oh, I love that you guys like chat amongst yourselves and that you're talking. I make wearables with peaches and cream. Less chance of a wardrobe malfunction, especially for beach cover-ups. Yeah, and I've seen a lot of people use it for stuff like beach wear and stuff because it is a good durable and it holds well. It like you said, less chance of malfunctions there. So it definitely has its usefulness for sure. Trivets I made out of wood. Oh, that's really cool. And dollar here is $5.97 a cake. Yeah, that's pretty standard. I think my one Walmart is that price, and then the other one for some reason is like $5.78. I don't know why that one is like a few cents cheaper, but who knows. Hi Don, Facebook, Kobu. I love Kobu. GT, wait till you start sleep shopping, then realize you have an order coming and not knowing what's in it. Oh goodness, I did that. I did that during the Big C. I think everybody ordered so much stuff during that. Oh goodness, I was ordering stuff just constantly. Sorry, and packages would come, and I'd be like, "Did I even order this? Like, are they just sending me stuff now?" Like, it's like what? Sugar and cream, Lily, sugar and cream. Yeah, Lily. Hello, Ravina. The cotton softens up after washing. Yeah, my wash rags for the shower have softened from when they were first made, for sure. Let's see. Karen cakes are cotton and acrylic, but I would never use those for washcloths. That is for wearables. Yeah. I've never used Caron at all. I should. I don't have anywhere within reasonable distance of me that carries Caron for me to go and like feel it or see if I would even like it. So it would be one of those things I would have to just order it and kind of come in blind on it. And I hate doing that. It's because my luck, I would order it and have, get it in, and I would just absolutely not like it. And I really like to be able to feel something before I, spend my money and buy it. And I wish there was some place closer. I think the closest place to me is like an hour and a half plus away. And I'm like, it's like, really? When I order yarn, I print out the order and write a plan I have to make with it, so I'm not confused as to why I ordered it. That's smart. That's a really smart idea. Call them hot pads because you may be thinking, trivet. Yeah, either one. Thank you, Zoila, for posting the email. Let's see. Trying to catch up a little. I know I'm very behind. Hope everyone's having a good night. Yes. Hope everyone's having an amazing night. I hope everybody had an awesome day as well. I primarily use cotton, the more expensive types in my projects. I'm more of a naturalist and primarily use renewable fiber as a material that doesn't cause microplastics. I like that. I enjoy that line of thought. That's very responsible. Please do not forget the thumbs up for our host. Thank you, Zoila. Thank you for watching out. Hello, Joseph and Chad. I'm just popping in to leave my thumbs up. Headed to bed soon. Hope you sleep well, Zach. You're probably already gone. But if you're not and you're still watching, rest well, my friend. Hi, Zach. Hello, Zach. Everybody saying hi to Zach. Everybody loves Zach. Hello, all. I may have missed a few. Crocheting a bunny here as I listen. That poor sun bunny. You gonna get that sun bunny put together? He's just laying there in pieces. Not well, I tried to drop the link and I don't have a blue dress. Oh, yeah. I have right now. I have very limited amounts of those out, just because it's all so new to me, and I'm just learning and kind of getting all of it down. I will probably expand that before too long. Hi, Joseph in chat. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Hello, everybody. Thank you all for being here. That's so very awesome of you. Stitching on the Hill. Let's see. My favorite cotton is from Hobby Lobby. We don't have a Hobby Lobby close anymore. The closest one we had, was still an hour and 10 minutes away. Stupid nose. But they closed down. So now the closest one is like, I think it's like an hour and 40 minutes from me. Something like that. No worries, Ola. Can you just ask her to email me when she was out? Okay. Madison Ray. Sherry, what do you want to share? Oh, okay. Just sorry, but I need to sleep. Good night, Linda. You're probably already gone, but have a wonderful night. I couldn't remove the post either. Oh no. Hello, Mr. Yarndall. Everybody greeting everybody. I love that. Hey, Marge. Trish, I'm working on the bean stitch. Bod put a new blanket tutorial out. I saw that. I've not had a chance to watch the video yet, but I did see the thumbnail in my feed earlier, so I need to watch that. Yarn is gorgeous, she says. I've gotten Walmart online great prices from $1 in 3 packs. You have to hit it just right, 3 for $10. Oh, that is a really good deal. I need to watch for those. I need me some 3 for $10 $10. At that price, I don't even care what the colorway is. I would just whatever colorway they had on sale, I would just order that. Because I like all of them. I'm looking at patterns so I can make my first blanket. Oh, awesome, Zach. I wish I could get more into blankets. I think I would probably do okay with the blanket if I did it and it was like a stitch sampler blanket or something like that. Maybe a thinner blanket. If I did like say a virus blanket, I think that would probably keep me pulled in. But I can't do just standard like solid double row. I can't. That is so true, Joseph. I think Walmart has the lowest price on $1. Oh, wow, I'm really behind in chat if it's just now to that point. Oh my goodness, I gotta scroll. Walmart for pickup orders and yarn a lot of times less expensive than buying in store. Is it? Okay, I'll have to check that out because I haven't really looked at their online pricing on their yarns. I'm going to have to rewatch this. Mom called not long after you started. Oh, that's awesome. Catch the replay. Thank you for being here. No worries. No worries. We don't worry about stuff here. No stress. None of us come here for stress, right, guys? Nobody wants extra stress. Zach, check out Crystal, everybody that crochet. She has a ton of blanket tutorials. Yes, she has all sorts of tutorials. Like anything you could really want to make, I think. I love the puzzle yarns. Yeah, some of them are so pretty. Let us know if you need help. Yeah, absolutely. And that's one thing, I just love so much about this community. Everybody is so helpful and so willing to jump in and help you and kind of give you guidance. And, it's just, that's so awesome. And it's such a rare thing in today's world. Um, One, the Yarn Addict also has a few blanket tutorials, I believe. I'm sure he does. Um, Krista, I don't understand why they discontinue yarns. Yeah, it's really sad, especially whenever it's one that everybody seems to really like, and they're just like, "Nope, sorry guys, that's gone now." Um, let's see. Everybody's saying goodnight to Zach. Yarn should just continue to make room for new colors and brands. Yeah. Um, can we get Joseph to 100 thumbs? That would be so awesome, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Zoila. Good night, everyone. I'm dozing off. Good night, Sugar. Joseph, did you sign up? Oh yes, I sent the email and I got the response back on it that I'm added into the list for June. So here's hoping. Whoever gets drawn, though, I know they're going to have an amazing time, and I'm excited for them. So it's going to be a great time. I'm actually I'm working on going back now and rewatching like previous months' challenges. So I'm super excited, and even if I'm not drawn, I may participate and make something on my own just to play along. Let's see. I'm not the only sleep shopper. Yeah, no, it happens. Beautiful Lala. I was waiting on about 8 parcels. I got a load, but can't remember what's still to come. LOL. I do it all the time. At least it's. Oh, well, it's a good excuse, right? Used from your cone cut, no Tunisian simple stitch queen. I gave all my yarn away, but started crocheting again this year. And my daughter gave me so much of her yarn, she spoils me. LOL. That's very sweet. Now that I'm not on Ambien, I don't sleep shop. Well, that can help. I've known several people with that medication that done all kinds of wacky stuff because it really makes you groggy and gives you that like clouded head. I buy one skein till I see it and feel it. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, that's good advice. Making somebody year 2. That's awesome. I love all the people that are making some bunnies. It's so incredible. With Miss C, and that she come up with those, and it has caught on so much, and so many people are making those beautiful little bunnies, and there's such an amazing meaning and point behind them, and I love it. I think that's amazing. Let's see. Zealand Trush. It's 12:17 a.m. here. Mimi, I must stand on the line or watch Crystal Bod. Just try to drop the link of 1 pound sugar and cream. Okay, I see. Sorry guys, I'm doing a bit of a scroll here because I know I am very, very, very behind. I hate doing that because I don't want to. What is a virus blanket? It is just. I'm sure somebody's probably already answered this in the chat, but I'm not to it yet. It's just basically taking a virus shawl, like the virus stitch pattern, and making it into a blanket. I've seen a couple tutorials online for that, and I think I would really like to make that. It'd be really pretty on my bed. But that's queen size, so I would really have to. Okay, just got that. Let's see. We're here to help. Yes, everybody is here to help. Hakuna Matata. This is so at least we think so. Oh, thanks. Never heard of that stitch. Henry Sherry was a Hirschner's. I went to 1 hour yarn shop an hour from me on Saturday, and they had 3 whole small shells of yarn. Oh no. Online shopping for me from now on. Yeah. We have 2. Well, I have 2 local yarn shops. They're both about at least an hour away from me, but that's the closest to me. And the one is much smaller. It's actually the one where I bought my very first hank of Malabrigo Rios, and the first actual yarn shop that I ever went into. But it is smaller, It's called Redbug, and I will at some point make a little video touring that and showing it because it's cute, and the ladies that run it are very, very nice. But it is just a smaller place, um, a little bigger than like just a couple shelves though. I was going to move back, but ended up back in Texas. She said, yes, you got it. Woohoo. 101. Thanks, everyone. Oh, awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, I never can say it enough. You guys just astound me every day. And it's just, I don't know. It's, thank you, guys. Well, Don, you know me. I like to wander off in chats and share links for free patterns or great deals. And so links I find that my mind wanders. I also like to share my free finds. Let's see, from your home cutting. Oh, there it is. Texas, what? Hi there, it's first time here. Well, hi, welcome in, Crochet Corgi. Thank you for coming. I know that you've probably been here a while. I'm very behind, I believe. Let's see. Just played the first few seconds and saved to watch later. Wow, beautiful stitch. That is funny. My bro lives in Bethel. There's a channel for that. Hooker. Oh, is there a channel for that? Hooker the Hooker. I'm sure someone is answering that already. If not, I will respond to that once I get down here. I never once thought I'd become a shoemaker as a microchet person, but it looks like I'm going to be making lots of micro heels, smaller than Barbie doll shoes. Wow. That micro stuff you do is so impressive. It's just, it blows my mind. I don't even know how you're able to do that. I would not even try that. That is a true gift. So the 2-pound bag of yarn for $14.99 at Mary Maxim. I saw your chicken trip. Let's see. Less than 2 miles from Joanne's. Wow, that's a lot. See, I don't live anywhere near that close to a lot of those places. We got you into micro crocheting shoes. Sure you found it. Thank you, Mr. Yarndall. I've only been here like 5 minutes. Oh, okay, cool. Crystal, look back up. Use the last. Oh, I'm all caught up. Woo! I think I'm in the live chat now instead of being so far behind. I'll show this again just because I'm working on it and I'm excited about all of my stitches. I can't really. There we go. Isn't that pretty? It's so fun. It's going to be a very interesting little drawstring bag. Whoop, this way is the camera. Sorry. But I'm having a lot of fun stitching it up, and it gives me a nice little break from the project that I'm doing. 15 miles from Hobby Lobby and Michael's. Email sent. Yes, I got that. I will respond to those after I get done here. Cool, Krista. That's how I started. Oh my, this has been really nice. I have enjoyed myself and talking to you guys and getting to share, and it means so much that all of you have been here with me through all of this and listened to my ramblings and talked with me. So yeah, I guess tomorrow I will. Joseph, did you send an email for Hooker vs. Hooker? Yes, I did, and I got the response back that I am put down in the book. So fingers crossed. So I guess tomorrow, as I mentioned in the beginning, with that whole Verizon internet fiasco, I'll be taking that back because that was pitiful. So I guess I'm keeping Zito Media for even longer. And then good night, Tina. Good night, good night. Thank you for being here. So take that back, and I'll just keep Zito, like I said. And hopefully the new internet company that's supposed to be coming in will do so in quick order. Joseph, are you trying to release a tutorial or pattern for that stunning bag you showed on your first video? Yes, it is on my list of things, but I do not have that started yet. But it is, like, I have a little notebook where I've listed out like my video ideas and stuff. So it is on there. I don't remember what number down the list that is, but I will be releasing a tutorial on that as well. Why soon? Why not now? Yeah, Dawn. Put your thing in for Hooker v. Hooker. You should. You're very talented, and I think you'd have a lot of fun. And I would enjoy watching you take part in the challenge if you were selected out of the jar. Cannot wait because that thing is gorgeous. Thank you so much. That little bag has gotten so much attention and so much focus, and I really felt bad initially because so many people were like asking me for patterns, and I still don't even know how to read a pattern, so I definitely don't know how to write one. So I will have to do a video tutorial on that, and it works up so quick. It's so simple. It is just a solid granny square, turned diamond, corners folded in, stitched up, virus stitch pattern put around the top flap, and then buttons sewn on, and just a little Romanian cord handle. It works up super quick, but I will have that tutorial that I'll put out there for people to follow along if they would like to do that. Yes, guys. Moth, to drop your links. Nightbot will do the work there. And everybody go support everybody. Like, you know, whether it's in a chat here where somebody drops their link, follow the link, subscribe to that person, check out their content, leave them comments, give them thummies, all of the stuff. Like, just support everybody. If you're on your feed page, like your homepage, and you see a person that pops up that somebody that it's recommending to you and they're part of this yarn, fiber arts, crafting, creative community, give them a, like, go and check them out, subscribe to them, comment, like, interact with their stuff. Like, just keep the positivity and love rolling and sharing with everybody. And that's so important. Like, and so many people do that for me. I try to do that as much as I can in return. And just make sure you're supporting everybody and go out there and just keep all the good things rolling on to everybody. Oh, thank you. I'll join the club, my dear, because I cannot read a pattern either. Yeah, I really should start looking at that and trying to figure it out, because it would be beneficial to at least know how to write a pattern. So I will work on that. Let's see. Hello, Lydia. Hello, how are you? Joseph, what yarn are you using on that bag? It is Malabrigo Rios in the colorways Frank Ochre and Diana, which is the pink mingled color there. It is a superwash merino. It is classified as a 4-weight. I don't remember the yardage off the top of my head in the Hanks, but Malabrigo Rios. It is my favorite yarn as of yet. I learned to read patterns by taking notes while watching tutorials, so I didn't have to keep going back to the tutorial. Then it clicked. I was reading a pattern. Once you learn JT crochet, it gets 1,000% better. Yeah, and I know it's something that is definitely beneficial, especially as I'm, working on teaching myself to be a content creator and ultimately, hopefully, an educator, and being able to share this craft with people who are new to it and coming into it, and maybe in my own small way impart, wisdom or a passion for this craft into somebody who maybe is just curious about it and wanting to know more. I'm working on currently adapting some stitches, kind of tweaking things and making them fun, and playing around with it. I don't know if one day I'll be like a stitch designer, but I think that's just a fun concept and idea. I like the thought of that, because I like putting my own spin on things. And so, yeah, I'm just having a lot of fun with that. Thanks for supporting Joseph and each other. Yes, guys, thank you. A million times over, thank you. Thank you, Joseph. I better order some. Yeah. Let's see. Crochet and farming. I love you more. Aw. So much love in this community. Thank you, Joseph and friends, for making this community so wonderful. Thank you, Dawn. You know, you are such a sweet person, and you seem that you put so many others before yourself, and that just means a lot. You know, it is super rare in today's world to find people like you, and you're just such a wonderful, wonderful woman. And I know that you know, don't really view yourself that way, and you just like to do for others. But we all love you, and I am so very glad that I got to meet you and have become friends with you, and shared things with you. I just I'm very thankful for that, and I love you. You're awesome. So yeah. Um, Sherry Knowles. Let's see, I read pattern books like I used to read recipe books. I learned to read patterns by watching Helen Shrimpton, aka Crystals, and crochet alongs, which come with video tutorial. Read a section, then watched that section. That's kind of a smart idea. I like that. Good night, everybody. Happy stitching. Good night, San. I got a girl that could read them, and she promised to teach me. I wonder who. I write my own weird notes too. Pattern writing and reading is just like reading shorthand, and everything is literally just initials for your stitches. Yeah, and I've looked at a bunch of chart stuff recently. And Patty from Tuscan Rose, the yarn shop that I go to and that I've done the videos on, she has offered to teach me knitting in person. And so having that as in-person lessons on knitting, I think that was very nice of her to offer that. But she was showing me some books that she had that were very chart heavy, and I think they looked so interesting. And just seeing the stitches laid out in the little markings on the chart was very interesting. And I don't know if they're all charts or like graphs, but it's the ones that's like it shows like the stitch pattern, and it's like a bunch of T's and boxes and circles and dots and things. And I think it's just really fun to look at those. I can't make heads or tails of them yet, but it's really cool to look at them. It's possible to not only teach but succeed without pattern reading. Look at Sweet Crystal. But yeah, Crystal, I have learned so much from her, and I think she is just one of the most awesome people. And she doesn't read or write patterns. She does have some patterns because she has someone who does that for her. But I just so it really gives me that hope that even if I don't ever like if I can't grasp it and I have a hard time with it, I can still ultimately be okay not doing that. But I am going to give it the old college try, right? I've bought like 100 crochet books, so I'm trying to learn. It's just slow rolling. That's a lot of books. That's a lot of books. Let's see. I loved your tour of Tuscan Rose. I loved doing it. That is literally my favorite store, I think, in existence right now. And it, like, guys, as pretty as it is, and like looking at like when you see it in the video and stuff, like it's beautiful and it's wonderful. But if you could just be in there, it smells so incredible in there. It's just fresh, and it's like all the fibers and everything is just so pleasant, and the ambience of the whole place, because it's a historic building. It's got those super tall vaulted ceilings with the original like plaster and woodwork and the really ornate like ceiling supports and stuff, and it's just the whole package. It's just amazing in there. Beautiful, beautiful place. Charts like learning a new language. It really is. I learned sped writing and reading in college. Forgot that. No. Chart writing is easier than writing a pattern. I can do both. One of my grandmas taught me how to. Yeah, I almost think I could do the chart, like the symbol stuff and the pattern, maybe more easily than I could grasp like writing a tutorial. But I don't know because I've not done either. So I'll just have to find out as I kind of learn both of those. I bought Sophie's Universe and Siren's Atlas books from Amazon. That Sophie's Universe stuff is beautiful, but it's very intimidating when I look at it. And I try not to have that mindset because I keep the personal philosophy of like, we are too smart, too creative, too talented to be bested by a pattern created from a hook and some thread. Like, so I try to keep that mindset, and I try to not be look at something and be like have that be daunting. But so I will probably try the Sophie's Universe stuff, but that's on down the road. um, yeah, and with the learning to knit, Jan, it's something I've tried on my own, but I've had difficulties. I've not been able to get off of my cast-on stitches. So having that in-person tutorial, I think once I'm able to schedule that and make time to go and do that, I think will really work wonders on that. And I don't know that knitting will be something that I'll really catch onto and that I'll enjoy. I think like finished knit projects, beautiful. The fabric that it makes and the designs that are capable with knitting, uh, amazing stuff. And I think that I would really enjoy that. But I do know that it works up slower, so that would be something that would factor in for me. But I'm gonna try it and see. Um, did that too sharing? I was kind of lost it. Well, my phone is about to die, so I'll be lurking from this point on. And Crystal is an amazing teacher person, and so yes, she's an amazingly awesome person. I can't understand how Bod doesn't read patterns. I asked her if she writes notes because how can she know how to put things together? Her mind is so incredible with that. Like just watching the bod shell tutorial where she didn't have any of it planned out and it was just each row she was able to sit there on the fly and list out what stitch will fit and make sense next and be able to work into future things. It was incredible to see that like happening in front of my eyes, like in those little videos. And it's just staggering. Like her brain is literally like the full encyclopedia set for crochet and fiber. I just wish more items were listed on Tuscan Road's website. Yeah, and I did talk to her about that with her own personal line of hand dyed stuff and it not being on the website. And she said it is very much just for simplicity of inventory. It's very difficult because she experiments a lot with her colorways. So what she carries from dye to dye is not always consistent enough that it would be beneficial for them to because it's just her and her husband that run and operate and manage all of it, so they don't have anybody in there to help with that, and they enjoy keeping it just the two of them, which I think is really adorable, and I love that. But so it's just a time management and inventory management thing on getting those hand dyed yarns on there. But like I said, next time I go in, I will take images and stuff, clear images, and post some things and post them. And if people are interested in certain ones, we'll work out a way where maybe they can circle those and contact the store and find out, and be able to send that so that Patty can see, like if she has a picture and she can see that it's like second row down, fourth skein over, and be able to kind of match up what it looks like and be able to see, So, and she said she would work with people like that. So if you had anything like that, feel free to contact the store anytime. Shop is Tuscan Rose, and here's our information, TuscanRose.com. Yes. Thank you, Dawn. I think I'm behind again. My yarn cozies and iced coffee cozies I make different all the time. Well, we have to sometimes just to keep it interesting, right? We change up a stitch, we, alter some little things. Even small little tweaks can make a project feel entirely new, fresh, and different. Loom knitting or needle knitting. Try that and knows what matters. finding my knitting cardigans are warmer than crochet cardigans. Well, the stitches are tighter, closer together, so there's less like air, like heat transference. Um, is there a knitting class at your local yarn store? It might help you more to take a class. Well, she doesn't do classes, but she did offer to teach me um, uh, like private personal lessons. That's not something she usually does for people, but she's super, super sweet. And I really enjoy talking with her. And I think that's why she offered to do that for me. Time for me to go to bed. Good night, Allie. Good night, good night. Rest well. Crochet uses one hook and it's done quickly, whereas with 2 needles it takes twice as long. That's true, I guess. Let's see. Everybody's saying goodnight to Allie. If you need knitting needles, I have a whole crap ton that I can send you. And I found my charger, so I'm out of lurker mode. Oh, awesome. I'm glad you're back. I have a set of knitting needles, and they are Lion Brand bamboo. And I think they're 5mm, and they're about yay long, and they are not very smooth. So I will be looking at purchasing some knitting needles, either order online or wait and get them from Patty at Tuscan Rose. She has a big assortment of knitting needles because that's what she does. She knits. She can crochet. She just learned to crochet a year ago, she said. But she has knitted for over 30 years. And so that's why in the videos you see like the examples of items worked up with the yarns. All of them are knit work because that's what she does. But she has a huge assortment of knitting needles and like one little section of like crochet hooks. And I was teasing her last time. I was like, "What is this?" I'm like, "Why is there like 4 little hooks of like crochet hooks? Like there's 4 little pegs of crochet hooks?" And she's like, "Well," she said, "I don't know." And I'm like, "Well, like, like, not everybody knits, Patty." And she said, "Well, maybe they should." And I said, "Well, maybe so." Um, let's see. Math genius, she must be. Yeah. And she always says she was really good in math. So that, I mean, that has to be, well, she had a good teacher when she was little, but yes, amazing mind for it. See, I'm so behind again. Sorry, guys. I understand when she talks about her row counts and stitch counts. I have one beading pattern. I can make preemie to extra large. Make beanies all in one pattern. It's the numbers and the rows, hook size. It's hard to keep the website up with items when turnover. Yeah, that was what she was talking about. Whatever, because the hand-dyed yarns are limited supply stock, right? So like you only dye up X number of them. So it's not like, say, on the other side of the store with all the Malabrigo, they're able to order 100+ skeins if they wanted. Just I don't know what their ordering process is like, but they could order, say, 100 skeins or 100 hanks of each color of Malabrigo. But in your hand-dyed yarns, you're not going to have anywhere near that amount. You're going to have maybe 5 or 10, hanks of each individual, dye or whatever. I guess you could do more. I don't know how many she does at a time, but I can definitely see where that would, be a difficult thing to keep up with. I have hiccups, so I'm trying to hold my breath. Knitting is slower but uses much less yarn. Yes, and that's kind of an exciting aspect for it to me too. Because man, when I crochet and I just watch the cakes just disappear in the blink of an eye, I'm like, ooh-wee. Like, what am I doing? Which is also some super fine 1200 grit sandpaper, and they are really smooth and buttery. I should probably do that. We've got so much sandpaper because we are constantly doing like improvement projects and like making things. Like, so I'm sure that we have some really high grit sandpaper. So I'll have to look for that and see. Lordy, do you have a P.O. box? I will send you some so you can figure out what you like before you buy. You do not have to do that. You do not. I I do have a P.O. box. It's in my page information. And it's linked under my video information because I've had so many people request that. You do not have to do that. Thank you so much for the offer. I appreciate everybody that has gifted me stuff. I don't want people to feel that they need to send me stuff. Um, it um, it's overwhelming, the positive response and the people who have wanted to support me. And I'm just, it's really staggering. Um, uh, and not just material, physical items, but I get emails and messages through the Facebook page and stuff um, all the time, which I do have a Facebook page. uh, uh, I do have that. It's in my about stuff. So if anybody on here would like to go and follow my Facebook group page that I made, I do have that as well. But yeah, on the topic of the generosity of the community, just even those emails and the messages and the stuff that share with me tips or hints or helpful information, giving me links to shops with deals or, just words of support and kindness. And it's more than I ever really expected. But thank you for that. Thank you, everybody. I wanted to learn to knit, but I've decided against it now that my eyes have gotten so bad from some meds I was on. I hate that for you. And medications, they can play some horrible, horrible tricks on people. And I have all kinds. Understand that knitters can get pretty snobbish to crocheters. I've seen some terrible ones. Don't be hating because we only need one station. You need two. Yeah. Let's see. Just catching your live. Hey, Debbie. Welcome, welcome. Oh, hey, Michael. Welcome in. Welcome in. I don't know how long you've been here. I'm probably way behind in chat. Try Tunisian. Those cakes will go hella faster. Yeah, that's really the number one reason that number two reason I've not done Tunisian yet. Number one, I know that you said to start out with the standard crochet hook doing it, but that would drive me bananas. And I've not went and even looked. I've not even looked at Tunisian hook sets yet. I see the stuff like that you and Tony with Teal Yarn Crafts and all the Tunisian people, the kits and the sets that you all show and stuff. I've seen those, but I've not even started looking at that stuff. And it would be something that I would want to figure out what I would even want or any of that stuff. So I will do Tunisian because I think it's beautiful stuff. And some of like watching some of your tutorials on like showing these stitches, like you make it look so like easy and like beginner friendly. And so, you make that struggle in my head that much harder because of the way you make it look fun. And I see the projects that you've finished and the things that you've done. Absolutely gorgeous work, Michael. So I definitely will be trying Tunisian at some point, but I have not even went and started looking. So that's the number one reason. The number two reason is because I know that Tunisian is a mega yarn eater. I didn't know there were all different styles of knitting. Price for yarn here is super expensive, Joseph. I heard that a few places around the world, some of the yarn supply, not only is it expensive, but certain yarns are really difficult to get in some places. Let's see. Here, we'll go get it. Thank you, Trish. Thank you. Sorry for Getting choked up back there, guys. It's just, it's a lot. Hi, Joseph, and Michael, and chat. Yes, hello to everybody. JD send stuff because they want to, not because it's. I know, but it's that. That's just not how my mind works. Like, I'm not that person. So, thank you guys for everything that you all do every day. Whether it's for me, or for somebody else, or for yourself, whoever it's for. Thank you guys for everything that you do and for being the people that you are. So I love you all. Thank you. It's so much faster than traditional knit when I can yarn. So I work on something so can't individually say hi like I normally do. Well, you got a lot going on, Michael. You've got, oh my goodness, you were listing off stuff like you emailed me and you were talking about the things, and like I knew you were busy, but whoa, man, you've got so much stuff on your plate. uh, I mean, we're all busy and we're all doing things, but I was like, whew. Oh, good night, Mimi. Good night, la la la. Night, Jan. Sweet dreams. Got it. Hello, Michael. Sorry, I'm trying to scroll and catch up a little bit. I know I'm very behind. And people are going to bed. Let's see. I love Tunisian. Asian loves a curl on ends. I found putting on a few rows of moss stitch for a border seems to help flatten it. Interesting. Thank you. That was the point of the way I do my tutorials, to make it so very beginner friendly. And I feel like that's important, and that really comes across in the way that you do it. Took 4 months for Dawn's gift to reach me in the mail. Oh, wow, that's crazy. Especially since, New Zealand and the US, like, I mean, you don't think of, like, customs and stuff between those two countries and delivery taking that amount of time. Even though it's a long distance away, like, I know we partner with New Zealand on a lot of things, so it's just odd that it took that long. That is a crazy amount of time. 4 months. Holy smokes. At that point, I'd have done thought it was lost. They dropped it in the ocean somewhere. I'd have been like, well, I guess that's just never coming. What's my favorite thing to crochet? Really, I would have to say I enjoy shawls a lot, but bags are fun. And I think bags are fun because bags are faster. Like, I can sit down, and this one's taken me a while, but it's because the project stalled because I ran out of the yarn, and I just recently got the yarn to finish it. So this one has taken me far longer than what it really should have. If I'd have had the yarn, I'd have had this one done a long time ago. But so I would say bags are good. I enjoy those. But shawls are a close second right now. I did make a hat. It was okay. I think I would enjoy it more if I used a smaller yarn. I made it with a Lion Brand respun, and it was a really hefty yarn, so it hurt my hands a lot. 4 months, yeah, 4 months. That's what I said. 4 months is crazy. And welcome in, Sharon. Sharon, I answered your question, and I didn't like that just hit me. Crochet Corey, I'll ask Juan and let you know. Made a video and it finally arrived showing the postmark. When she sent it, I was shocked. Yeah, that's so long. That is crazy. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you. I'm really enjoying it. The stitches are a lot of fun. Actually, here, I can show you guys if that'll focus, hopefully. This stitch pattern is called crosses and zeros, or zeros and crosses here. It's a 2-row pattern, and I was having problems with it, and I couldn't make it work right. But I happened to be in, it wasn't a live stream, but we were in StreamYard. I was in there with Froggy, so Froggy went knitting, and Daniel from Paw Ply Guys, and also Maureen was in there. and we were talking about stuff, and I asked them for help. And Daniel was actually the one who worked out what I was doing wrong or what was missing from um, the explanation that I had received on how it worked, and he helped me work through and make the stitch count work. So I was very thankful that I was able to get that lined out. Well, and see, that's what I thought with the hugs and kisses, because X's and O's. But the tutorial that I watched wrote out, like long form in the title, uh, crosses and zeros, and I thought that was such an odd way to say that, because if I was naming it X's and O's, I would, it's like hugs and kisses, like. But in the in the video tutorial, it was listed as um, crosses and zeros, and that just really stuck out in my head as an odd sort of way to list that. But with the cables, 13 bamboo hooks, $9.97. Oh wow, that's really cheap. I'll have to look at that. That's not bad at all. That's a lot better than what I expected it would be. I'll play guide. Yes. Go and follow. Daniel is super fun. He's a very fun person, and he was a yarn dyer. Is now on a yarn dyeing hiatus for the time being. But hopefully we'll get back to that soon. I don't know what his plans are for that, but I've enjoyed getting to know him and Jen, or well, Froggy, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, you should check both of them out. And also Maureen. What is Maureen's channel? Zoila, or Dawn. What is Maureen's channel name? Please, I need the help. Yeah, Zoila. I just wasn't saying that. Like, my crochet story. Yes, I love Maureen. She is so sweet, and I have had the chance and the honor to talk to her and Jen, kind of just in private stream conversations several times over the last week, and they're super helpful and very nice, and I've learned a lot, and it's just nice getting to chat with them. Maureen is super sweet. I love her. She's awesome. So yeah, I guess since it is getting quite late, and you guys have been here with me for 2 hours and 12 minutes now, I guess I will do my good nights to everybody. I still need to go and shower and do all of the, real life things. But thank you guys for dropping those links. And all of you that are here, if you're not following Froggy or Daniel or Maureen, go and do that. Follow those links, show them some love, watch their stuff, give them some thummies. And I love you all very much, and it has been awesome that you have come and spent this time with me this evening and helped fill my night and my heart, as you always do. Thank you guys, and I will see you again soon, okay? Take care and rest well, everybody. Get that sleep and drink some water. I'm not drinking water, but I should drink water. Anyway, good night, everybody.